So here with the Grab data, because the Grab taxis are running on the streets of Singapore, we can collect the data and then we can use this data to inform about the traffic condition of Singapore. So here we show the example of the aggregates of the Grab taxi data, and then if you can see, now we can see the different traffic flow in Singapore in different areas of Singapore, like here. They're all quite different. So this is in the day. So the peak, the peak traffic happens here, whereas you can see here, this the peaks are a little bit different. The shapes are very different. So Grab's data can help the city understand how the traffic is flowing in the city, and then we can use this data to plan the city better. Yeah. Okay, so that's one. Then maybe I'll show you another example. Would be when the city sometimes have two modes of transportation. So in Singapore, we have the public transport like MRT, but sometimes when the MRT is not working, how does the city help to the passengers to move the passenger using MRT to their home, right? So here we can show that this is an actual case where there's a train fault at this area, okay? But what you can see is that because there's a train fault at this area, it actually propagates. You see the spots here are the aggregates of the demand of people being accumulated at this spot. So I can see the demand of the Grab. What you show here, the people are calling the Grab. As you can see, they're all centralized at different MRT stations. Yeah. So this shows that number one, when you have a traffic spot in one fault in one area, it actually cause a problem in the other area. So you need to have a systematic view of the whole transportation system, and Grab allows you to do that. In fact, Grab allows you to see this is where people want to get on the train, but this is where we can see people want to drop off, right? So how to show that? Sorry. Yeah. You know, just now there was the thing. Okay. So this is where people want to drop off. So in principle, we can do an even more intelligent way to solve the situation by looking at where people want to come up, the transportation, and where people want to drop off, and provide so-called intermediate bus services to drive people to where they want to walk, and to address the train fault situation or crowdedness situation. Yeah. I think that should be good enough. If you want, there are some other.
So by making use of these data, so you guys try to make a kind of algorithm to mitigate the traffic jam?
Yes, we can use the algorithm AI to mitigate the traffic jam. We can help the city even plan, right? So you can see where people want to go. You can help the city plan the bus route, or even the city planning, right? Where to put a new shopping mall, where to put a new so-called office, right? Because you don't want to put an office in a place where it's very hard to get to, right? So in fact, Grab operates in multiple cities. So we have using Grab data, we can have a very macro view of the so-called the hotspots of the traffic of different cities in the region, and these are very useful information for the various cities to see. Okay, where are the hotspots in their city, is exactly where, and then how they can solve the problem, rather than outside. Maybe they want to move the certain other points of interest to outside, so that people will go so you want the hotspot to really be concentrated in one area. Yeah. So, but I think the power of Grab data is that you can see it in multiple cities in the region. You can see it across time, across day, and it's very informative and useful.
Basically, the city, Jakarta, Hanoi.
Yeah, these are some of the cities that Grab operates in.
You have like time lapse on this,
Okay. I don't know how to operate this. Yeah. How to do the play? This one don't know can play or not.